Oh, man. The nightmare, ladies and gentlemen, the nightmare is absolutely over. It is officially over. It is officially over. Stefon Diggs, let's go ahead and just pull this up right there. Look at that absolute beaut right there. Dude's sitting there. He's getting his stretches in right next to Gabe Davis, who would have been our wide receiver one. Several of us thought that was going to be the case. Perhaps it was an overreaction. This picture, I can't get enough. Oh, and then obviously, dudes are putting that. I'm taking that sound off right there. Can't have that. Look at that. Look at that. By the way, who knew that Gabe Davis was a lefty? Not me. Not me. But that's all I really care about is my boy Diggs in his Bills uniform. He doesn't look, oh, no, there's a smile. Yo, there's a smile. He's chirping a little bit. At first, he was kind of looking like, oh, man. So I'm a little upset. He's like talking to Gabe Davis. I saw him like running next to Josh Allen too. Things are looking good, boys. Things are looking good. I wonder if he's going to talk to the media today. I really wonder if he's going to talk to the media today. If that's the case, look at that. It's a beautiful thing. You have Josh Allen right there next to him too. Look at that. Hopefully those two are chopping it up. Things are all good. We're ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Stefon Diggs is officially back at practice. All of us should be absolutely thrilled. I know several of us had a heart attack about this, but you know what? Here we are. Moves have been made. Our wide receiver number one is back in the building. If he was going to hold out, why would he show up today? Right? Simply just does not. Yeah. And so Glenn does come in and he does say that just because he's at practice does not change the fact that there are some internal problems with the Bills. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's probably still some things that need to be ironed out. I'm probably not sure that all of it is 100% ironed out and things are good, but hopefully this is just the right step in the right direction. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad that I was actually able to come in here with some good news. The second that I saw this on Twitter, that he was there, I was like, I got to go live. I absolutely had to go live for this situation. It's so good. By the way, this stream is brought to you by Bocce Club Pizza, the best pizza in Buffalo, New York, hands down. You cannot convince me otherwise. Now, the best thing about these guys is that they're shipping nationwide. So say you're like me, you grew up in Buffalo, but you moved away and you missed a little taste of home. Bocce Club Pizza, bro. Next absolute level. That link is right in my live chat right now. So say, for example, you want to look over and see any possible options. Use code DAD, D-A-D, and you will get 15% off your order. They will literally deliver it right to your front doorstep. You pop it into the oven, and you get a little taste of home, baby. Or say, for example, you're still in Buffalo, and you just want to send some pizza somebody's way. Maybe you want to send it my way. I don't know. Go on ahead, knock it out. Bocce Club Pizza. So proud. Great to be working with these guys throughout the rest of the season. Fantastic pizza place. Kind of go over that. Joel is coming in saying, let's go Buffalo. What's up, Dad? Hey, man, listen, I feel a hell of a lot better. I'm not going to lie to you. I was thinking for a while, I was like, damn, was sitting there trying to rack my brain. I was kind of like, dude, what is this offense going to look like without Diggs? Is he going to hold out? Are all these fans going to scare him away from overreacting on Twitter? I saw him like this one troll on Twitter's tweet basically saying, hey, man, I saw that BS you were talking. Let's talk about it. But he's here, man. He's here. I'm sitting here looking at all of these tweets, these videos, everything. Oh, man, we should absolutely be thrilled. Now the rest of the look at that. Oh, look at that. Let's go ahead and share this little beauty. Let's share this beautified picture. Look at that. Both visors, Josh Allen, Stefon Diggs, hopefully having a very nice conversation, as boys typically do. I just want to see that smile. I just want to see that laugh. James Dye's coming in saying, thank the Buffalo gods. Thank you, the Buffalo gods. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. Searching for oldies. Yes, he did, but he ended up leaving the building before practice started. That's why everybody was sort of upset. Maybe this was just a giant troll job, right? Maybe him and McDermott sort of got together and they'd be like, it'd be funny if we just threw the media for a loop. And really all he had to do is he went home because he had food poisoning or something like that. McDermott was like, hey, Diggs, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? Absolutely crazy. Smash that like to show your Bills some love. Absolutely, guys. Listen, smashing that like button is the easiest way to support this channel. It's free. It takes less than half a second, and it does a great job with the YouTube algorithm. Helps out my channel significantly. So if that's what you want to do, knock it out. Let's make it work, baby. We're all excited. Our wide receiver number 1 is back in action, back in Buffalo. And then now maybe my 5 o'clock stream, I could actually go through things that happened during camp today and not just the whole Stefon Diggs situation. I'm sure that a lot of them will be speaking to the media. I'll probably do a live reaction to that a little later once that does happen. But I had to stop on, and I had to break the news right here. It's a beautiful thing. Patty's coming in saying, love Bocce Pizza. It's the best pizza in Buffalo. It's the best pizza in Buffalo. Let's be real. Definitely go ahead and check that out. Nationwide shipping. Okay, I can start my day now. Absolutely. All of us just sitting here in agony, anxiety through the roof, us pacing back and forth. I know several of us can knock that out. Spin saying $24 for a cheese pizza. Listen, man, it's nationwide shipping, baby. It's nationwide shipping. And sometimes you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so Dick J is coming in saying, need to make it 2 more years without imploding. Can cut or trade him much easier, cheaper if needed. We don't have an out on this guy's contract until 2025, at the end of 2025. So this year and the following year, I just hope that this whole, like the communication gets solved this year, whether or not it was a Dorsey issue. Several like top respected media heads are alluding to the fact that this does have to do with Ken Dorsey. So I am just absolutely thrilled. And Justin McNeil puts this, like literally takes the words out of my mouth. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. I legitimately was about to go on the AFC East roundtable, and I was about to probably just get so much absolute hell from everybody about this Diggs situation. But he's here. I don't care. He's good to go. Work on it internally. All I needed to see was him catching passes, tossing it around. He's here. I feel like all of us need to be absolutely jumping for joy. I sincerely think that's what we need to do. Melissa is happy about this as well. She says, Diggs is there. Thank you. Thank you is absolutely right. Thank you. Thank you, football gods, for showing us precisely what we all needed to see. Sal Capaccio tweeted, I want to see if he has anything interesting. Is anyone calling me? No. And so I really got to start putting my phone on Do Not Disturb, man. I feel like everyone in the world calls me when I'm in this conversation. 14, right there. He just retweeted something right there. So right now we're just seeing like little clips from practice today. I'm not sure if anyone's going to speak to the media. If they do, I sincerely hope it's Stefon Diggs. I sincerely hope it's Stefon Diggs because we're going to want to hear exactly what my dude has to say. Joe C says, wish I could no call, no show to work. I got mouths to feed. Yeah, right? Absolutely. Well, and so when you have all that guaranteed money, I think you have like at least a little bit of leeway, So a little bit of leeway to work with. But still absolutely amazing for us to see. I'm thrilled about it. I know a lot of people are good. We will see. Glenn is saying that TD will not be on the roundtable tonight. Why not? Why is TD not on the roundtable this evening? He didn't tell me that, and he's my business partner. That is interesting. I need to give him a call. Dick J, once again. And so need to make it. Okay, yeah. I've already read that one. This one isn't as hot, Like this stream isn't as popping as the last one. Crisis always gets more views. Already read that. Sarah's happy about that. I love that Diggs is back. Me too. You and me both. I really do see that. Bill Basner is saying, okay, overreaction done. Time to support our guys through thick and thin, ladies and gentlemen, through thick and thin. He actually did show, so that comment was dumb. I'm not sure if that was directed toward me, bro, but let me know if that was. Let me know if that comment was directed toward me, because I would be interested to hear your thought process behind that. Literally just saw this huge weight of anxiety lifted. Hope he participates. I'm thrilled. He's participating right now. Twitter is showing it, right? He's sitting there. He's doing his thing. Man. He's smiling. He's cracking up a little bit. He's doing his thing. He's knocking it out. Look at that. Beautiful. Smiles. He's chatting. He's chatting with Gabe Davis, which, by the way, is a lefty, which is completely wild. I don't think anybody even saw that coming, but here we are. Oh, daughter's graduation, families in town, makes total sense. Makes total sense for sure. Rick G was saying, if this was boxing, Diggs is the devastating hook and uppercut. We need Diggs to win these dogfights. Rich, I 1,000% understand what you're saying. Will Rat says Diggs plays with us too much. Glad he's practicing. Yeah, dude, let's chill. Let's absolutely chill on these like tweets and stuff like that. I can't have it happen, man. These tweets are wild. They just go in all the time and they play with my emotions. We'll see what's up. Dimitri is coming in saying, what is your prediction for the Super Bowl? Man, I try not to look that deep. Because not that I believe in jinxes. I just don't want to like put everybody's like hopes on like the highest pedestal, but I still got the Bills going, man. I really do. I like our team. I like our continuity. I like all of that. And then from the NFC this year, I could see the Niners. I could definitely see the Niners knocking it out. And so I wonder how we would act if he was a big reason we lost in the playoffs, dropped TD passes. But otherwise, the Bills had a great season. I think we did too. I definitely think we did too. And it's funny how fast everybody's walking back a lot of like these tweets that they said, or they're just like, oh, cut that guy, man. Cut that guy, man. We don't even care. But like now everyone's like, thank God he's back. Yeah, it's true. It's a toxic family environment over here. Diggs present at Bills minicamp practice Wednesday. That is just absolutely. That is officially where it needs to be. Oh, my God, Matthew Avey. Dude, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. I sincerely appreciate that. $50 donation. Thank you, dude. Really. That means the world to me. That is one of the best ways of supporting this channel. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. It goes a long way. It really does. And I sincerely appreciate that. I really do. So Elliot says, I think Diggs low-key gets off on driving us, the media / Bills Mafia, crazy every once in a while. I feel like a lot of us would, right? Like imagine having that kind of power where like you could just tweet something very cryptic and like the media just talks about it for 48 straight hours. You know what I mean? That's some power I'm not necessarily sure that I wouldn't abuse, right? Top AFC seeds, Jacksonville. That's not as crazy as a take as people are thinking. Their schedule is absolutely ludicrously easy. So they could have a possibility of winning the first seed based off of ease of schedule alone. Buffalo, number 2. Cleveland, 3. I do have Cleveland winning that division. 4, Kansas City. 5, Cincinnati. Would love to hear the rest of what you got. And so there isn't much competition in the NFC, so we'll boil down to the Eagles or 49ers in the Super Bowl. Absolutely. Diggs is overrated. We'll give you the Nixon and a 6 for him. Is that right? Matthew, I know, man. Listen, brother. Dan, what up, bro? Just knowing that number 14 is at practice just lifted that heavy anxiety that I have been feeling for the past 24 hours. Matthew, once again, thank you so much for your generous donation. Very much always blows my mind when you guys do that. Really, seriously. And then you and me both, my friend. You and me both. And so I streamed earlier today for my early show, and then I ended up leaving. I went for a run, and all I could think about was like, dude, what the hell is going to happen? What the hell is going to happen if Diggs doesn't show up, right? Like if Diggs doesn't show up, like what the hell are we going to be talking about? It's so wild. There's nothing more than I'm happy for that came in. Sarah came in. Holy Sarah, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Definitely, it goes a long way with this channel and make sure that I can continue to give you all these live streams, these videos. It helps a lot. It touches my soul. Thank you. I love the fact that you guys ride with me on a consistent basis. Really means the world to me. Thank you for letting us all vent yesterday while putting all those Bills haters in their place. Sarah, listen, you know what? That's what I'm here for. Okay. I really appreciate the generosity. I think it's important for us to be able to, and so right to vent. I'm glad that this nightmare is over. But like Glenn put earlier, and so Glenn did say this, he said, just because he's there doesn't mean that the problems are solved. That is absolutely true. So I hope that they're able to find some sort of peaceful resolution. I hope that they're able to go on ahead and just sort of find a common ground where they can clear up some lines of sort of communication, and then Diggs would be happy with where he is. Dick J is saying, no, I mean, how do you think Diggs would act next year if he cost us the playoffs? But the Bills had a great 2023 season, but it ended badly. The time This time he had several drops. I'm really not sure, man. I mean, I don't think he would go to this extent, though. I really don't. So Bills can't get rid of Diggs. Josh really sucked before Diggs got there. Some were talking Josh was a bust before Diggs. Yeah, man. Like, so I look at it from this perspective. I think that Diggs was very, and so I think he played a huge role in his development, right? I do think that having an elite wide receiver helps a young quarterback develop. I think that the development aspect of Josh Allen has been done. So when people say that that Josh Allen was nothing before Diggs, it's a two-sided coin for me. I do think that he played an absolute huge role in his development. And I think that if Diggs does make an exit this year or next year or the following, I think Josh Allen has matured and progressed enough where Diggs has sort of helped elevate his play. And I don't think that play is exclusively because of Diggs at this time. It was certainly helped his development. Do I think Josh Allen would be where he is without Diggs being a part of that developmental period in his career? No. But do I think that he's learned everything that he can? Absolutely. I think that he takes that onto his career, regardless of who is his number one receiver moving forward. That's my take on the whole Diggs made Josh. Like, yes, I agree. I think he was integral right to his development. But now I think that he's done all the development that he needs. And I think he's learned enough to where he can coach up these young receivers, tell them what he likes, make sure that they know what he doesn't like, etc. So I'm fine with that. So we can argue amongst ourselves, but every one of us will destroy non-fans trashing our team. Only we can do that. Absolutely. Visible comes in, says, your live stream was the first to pop up on my YouTube. Way to get it up fast. Hey, man, listen, since this thing has become my full-time gig about 2 or 3 months ago, I have a lot of leeway. So if something big comes up, I want to be one of the first to come up here and talk it out so we can all get raw reactions and everything like that. I'm glad that YouTube is finally starting to push my stuff again, because I did go through like a month or two break where I was still at my old career, and I just didn't really have time to post content. And then like after a while, YouTube just stopped like recommending it. So it's been a grueling month of me trying to crawl back into the good graces of the YouTube algorithm. So I appreciate all of you that have been rocking with me. And as always, make sure you smash that like button, baby. Best way to support this channel. Absolute best way. It's free, it takes less than a second, make it work. Beautiful thing. And so Brian Table helped as well. As far as his development. There were so many key factors into that, but I do think that Josh has done relatively well. I just hope that they kind of give him a bit more responsibility in play calls. So we'll see how that plays out. My guy just texted. Okay, cool. Thought it was business related, man. I really got to put that on Do Not Disturb. I really need to. So Aaron Humphrey says, I just want him to take the check down. I do, but I don't want that to be like his game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to be like, oh, okay, he's that quarterback that's dinking and dunking. I never want him to be a dink and dunk quarterback. I do want him to take some of those plays if it is presented, though. I do. I don't want him to be conservative. I think his recklessness makes him so great, right? Because when it works, we're all pumped. And we're saying, oh, my God, MVP, he's the man. Yeah. And so, like, a lot of reckless plays that he does has won us several games. I mean, I'd say the perfect example, right? And so I'd say the perfect example was the Lions game last year, was the Thanksgiving game, right? Like that last play right to Diggs right before the game-winning field goal. There was so many plays where if Allen were to take the check down, I'm not sure if we would have won, right? So it's a give or take. It's a give or take for me. It really is. And so I would like to remind everybody of the amount of hate and uncertainty that Dable faced after year one. Deja vu with Dorsey, if you ask me. Now people act like Dabbs was the offensive genius when gone. Man, and so playing in Buffalo is tough, man. It's got to be tough. I mean, us fans, we want, immediate results. And, we'll run somebody out of town fast. And I feel like that's the same for, like, a lot of fan bases. I feel like New York is like that too. And so I feel like the Jets organization is like that too, or Jets fan base, where if you don't get immediate results from somebody, you're calling for their job, bro. It's just how it is. Like, we're impatient because we've been through a lot of pain. Me, I try to keep more of like a level head. I really do. I'm still fine with Dorsey playing this year. I'm fine with him calling plays the following year. I just want to see improvement. I just want to see improvement in overall statistics. I do want to see evolution. That's the number one thing I'm looking for, really. Roger Clark's coming in saying, is the bickering Bills back? We are back, baby. And you know what that means? 4 straight Super Bowls. Hopefully one of them is a dub. That would be nice. Now we can actually focus on what the team is doing. Diggs in a blanket. Great name, by the way. Yes, dude, I am absolutely thrilled. Past couple of streams I've had have been exclusively surrounded about this topic. And there was a couple of things that happened yesterday during practice, which I feel like all of us would have been salivating over, but it was just sort of ruined from this rumor that Diggs wanted out. We saw that Dawson Knox had a bit of like a bang up during practice, which was concerning. I heard Dalton Kincaid looked damn good. So now it's nice that we can sort of put this to bed. And as long as there isn't any other further developments, I'm really seeing if Diggs is going to talk to the media today. I don't think he will. I feel like he wouldn't, to be completely honest with you. But let's see. Glenn is saying, I bet the Bills, your first round pick will be a wide receiver, unless Bills in the top 10, that might be an offensive lineman. I think that we're going to be heavily looking for wide receivers next year in the draft. 110%. I definitely agree with you there. And so my boy Troy comes in and says, I always smash that like button first because I know it's always great content. Troy, love you, bro. Thank you so much for the kind words. I'm glad he's back. Hopefully they can clear the air before training camp. I really hope that there's something. I hope that they had like an intervention between whoever Diggs is mad at. You know, they ended up leaving the room with the hug. They're going out. They're getting wasted tonight. I don't know. Do something brotherly. Do something that's going to bring you together. The bickering Bills, I'm fine with it being in the offseason, but make it happen. For everybody joining, thank you so much. This is Dow Mafia Live. I normally go live at 11 a.m. EST Monday through Friday and 5 p.m. EST. This is just breaking news. Diggs is at practice. We're all celebrating. We were all nervous as hell that there was going to be more that is added on to this situation, but so glad that you decided to join the stream today. This stream is sponsored by Bocce Club Pizza, best pizza in Buffalo, New York. You cannot convince me otherwise. They're shipping nationwide. Okay, so hit that link right in the live chat or in my description. And if you feel like sending pizza over to a loved one that misses a taste of home, or you want some pizza at your house and you're not in Buffalo anymore, go ahead and hit that up and they will send it directly to your front doorstep. Use code DAD, D-A-D. I'm pretty sure it's a Father's Day special, and they're giving you 15% off. Bocce Club Pizza, proud sponsor of Down Mafia Live. Go on ahead, make that happen, because I love working with those guys, and I miss their pizza so bad. And so I'm in South Carolina right now. I was born in Buffalo, moved here when I was a kid. Pizza in South Carolina, bro, doo-doo. Nothing is good down here. I have never had a single slice of pizza from South Carolina below the Mason-Dixon line where I was like, damn, this reminds me of home. It's the water, I heard. I don't know, but check it out. Bocce Club Pizza. Check it out. So Diggs needs to clear the air himself. Just don't think it will be today. Hopefully that's the case. Hopefully he stops being, like cryptic. That's why I'm hoping, like I keep refreshing Twitter, and I'm hoping that we get something that says Diggs is going to be speaking to the media today. Because if that's it, then we are 1,000% going to react to that today. Practice started at 12:15. It's now 1:30. So you imagine if people are talking to the media, right? So you imagine if people are talking to the media, you would think that it would probably be, you would probably assume that would be like within the next 15 to 20 minutes. But we will see exactly who they are talking to. We'll see what's going on. Come on, Mitchell. Please don't say the Jets are from New York. You should know better. You were absolutely right. I misspoke. The New Jersey Jets. You're absolutely right. I misspoke. And so everyone loves 14 again. It's funny. It's like a toxic relationship. You know what I mean? The Buffalo Bills. It's a toxic family that we all love. And so the Eagles are not the same team from last year because they lost key players, 8 starters, and they lost their defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator, and they have unproven rookies. Willie is just not an Eagles believer this year, ladies and gentlemen. I know that they did pretty good in the drafts, but I think that they're going to take a slight step back, man. That's a lot of pieces missing. Man. So Josh, you Rich said Josh Allen said he was at his charity event, so I knew it wasn't Josh. Absolutely. So we got DL88 coming in. Say, where do you think Dalvin is going? My best guess is Miami. My best guess is the Miami Dolphins. That's like, I think it makes sense. I'm not sure if like Miami's willing to pay him as much as he wants, but I feel like that's like a big issue with a lot of these pending free agents that are solid, right? Like D Hop, Dalvin Cook, Yannick Ngakoue, who is also a very popular free agent. I feel like no one's even like really talking about it. But I feel like all of them want a lot of money, and there's a lot of teams that just don't have the cap to invest in them. So we'll see. But I'm still thinking that Dalvin goes to the Dolphins. I live in Amherst, New York, and so got an awesome deluxe pizza at Bocce last week because of you. Did you tell them? Please tell me you went up there and you're like, yo, I came here because of Dan Mitchell. From now on, anytime you guys need to promise me that when you pick up your Bocce Club pizza, okay, and you say, yo, I got this because Dan Mitchell told me to. He said it's the best pizza in Buffalo. If you're there in person, do it up. Maybe they'll use the discount code. I don't even know. In fact, what I'll do is I'll email my contact over there and I'll see if there's a verbal discount code, right? Dan, you want me to send you water from New York? Yeah, dude, send it over. Sarah likes thin crust pizza, so she is a New York City style pizza girl. Makes sense. YPN5 is coming in saying, I'm so glad yesterday is over. I got so tired of hearing all the speculation. You and me both, bro. Miami and Jersey fans punching air right now. Yeah, dude, it's funny. Like, some of those Dolphins trolls that were in here earlier, like, they're not here. They're like, damn it. Bills are back. Damn it. He's going to play. Damn. We'll see what's going on. We keeping 4 defensive tackles and 5 defensive ends this year, or 5 defensive tackles and 4 defensive ends. I think it's going to be the latter. No, the former, excuse me. I think it's going to be 4 defensive tackles, and I think it's going to be 5 defensive ends. We have a lot of talent in that room. We really do, and a lot of youth as well, right? Von Miller is going to be back. Floyd, obviously, he's going to be in that discussion. Definitely Epinesa. Definitely Rousseau. Shane Ray might even make a case for him to be on this team as well. I think Boogie Basham might actually be a release candidate or a cut candidate if he doesn't wildly impress during training camp. But if I had to put anything, I'm thinking that we're going to tread a bit closer to having 5 defensive ends over defensive tackles. I think that like there's just too much talent on there, and we can get away with 4 DTs. JM says, did they send you one? Absolutely, bro. I had it last night. Had some friends over. It was a good time. Mickey M is coming in. Damn, my brother. Not sure if you ever noticed, but your countdown music at 1.5 speed is little. I stay freestyling every time I hear it. Might need to drop you an official song. Dude, do me a favor, man. Send me over some tracks, baby. Love some music. I mentioned the code, but they didn't seem to know about it. Let me go ahead. Let me actually email the guy. Hopefully they gave you like 15% off or something. Code DAD, D-A-D. And so I do have a Dan. And so I do have a Dan code for Bocce Pizza, but I'm not going to start throwing that out there until after the dad code is done, until Father's Day. DL88's here. He's like, I'm here, man. Lucas says Dan was stressed on the live stream yesterday. Now he's showing, yeah, dude. Like, I mean, I was just like ripping my vape, like stress hitting my vape yesterday when I was just reading all of this stuff that kept going on. I'm sitting here looking at Twitter, seeing what's good at NFL Plus. I was reading out loud here. Season B says you're one of the good ones. Absolutely. I got the beats. My man. So John's coming in and saying last year's playoff game against the Bengals, did anyone notice our guys weren't good on their feet in the snow? In glary years, we moved well in the snow. It was different, right? It was definitely different. I think that Frazier's scheme of playing such bend don't break zone, like with everybody lined up 6-7 yards off the line of scrimmage, didn't help, right? Because all of these receivers had a crazy ass burst and it just wasn't productive. It just wasn't productive for us. Like these guys were burning us left and right, where they should have trusted our guys to be athletic enough to sort of box them off on the line, just go on ahead and actually like have some sort of opportunity of being able to catch up to game speed with them. That whole game plan, still, I'm scratching my head over it, scratching my head with it. We all were freaking out. All of us were. I have a band. Does that help? Absolutely, Elliot. Dude, I love your music, by the way. And so you did show me some a long time ago. And like, you guys definitely rock. Fry Daddy's coming in asking, great question. Where does Diggs rank in most important player acquisitions in Bills history? Top 3, easy. I mean, I really can't even think of. So acquisitions, you mean by either trade or free agency? Draft's a different story. I'm not including draft. I'd say, dude, 1 or 2. And so I really can't think of anybody. 90s Bills, right? Thurman Thomas was a Bill from the beginning, right? Hold on. Hold on there, friends. Yeah, and so Bruce Smith was a Bill from the beginning. Thurman Thomas was. Let me double check that. Let me fact check that real fast. So I could be wrong. Give me a break. I was, ladies and gentlemen. I was about 1 year old when this happened. Yeah. So yeah, I'd probably put Diggs right up there as far as like one of the most important acquisitions in history. DL88 says, my favorite Bills fan. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I like that. And so I like when everybody comes in. So do you have a Discord? I do, man. I do have a Discord. It's not very active. I have to do a better job about it this year, and I'm planning on doing it, especially once it comes closer to the season, because I'm going to be doing like a bunch of fantasy football leagues as well, because I love fantasy football, and that's something that I do want to bring over to this audience, is just, like a sense of competition. And then there's like a bunch of content that I could do like off of Discord. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I will work on the Discord situation here, hopefully soon, hopefully shortly. And then Jordan Smith is saying only 4 defensive tackles: Ford, Oliver, Jones, and Settle. No Jordan Phillips. Dude, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. It's rough, man. It's a rough situation. I don't know. And so you just threw a wrench in my entire analysis. No Jordan Phillips? I know. Who knows? Who knows, man? And so Andre Reed probably. Let me see. And so we're talking acquisitions, you know what I mean? Like somebody that was traded, not drafted in. He was drafted as a Bill. He was drafted as a Bill. So it's some crazy. Nope, yeah, he was drafted as a Bill. So I really can't think of any powerhouse on the Bills in the 90s that like we ended up like, or like so James Lofton's up there too, but I would probably put Diggs over that, to be honest with you. So Jim Kelly, he was drafted by the Buffalo Bills, but then he just said, nah. And so I'm going to go play in the USFL for a couple of years. And then once that league folded, and so the Bills still had the rights to him, so he came up and played. So I really don't count that either. And so do I have a Discord server? Yes, I do. It's going to be launched here soon because I got to clean some things up. So we did trade for Biscuit Bennett with the Colts. Yep. Lofton and Bennett, both are in the top 5 for sure. I'm like willing to say that Diggs is probably up there though. So Zetas is coming in saying Knox might sit out the rest of practice after being injured. I do know he got injured yesterday. I'm not sure if he tweaked anything again today. I'm not seeing any significant updates in the notifications that I have. I mean, someone has to assume that this practice probably needs to be ending sooner rather than later. Um, Patrick Seeley says, "What about beast mode?" Oh wait, you traded him away. Yeah, dude. And like, I mean, I love Marshawn Lynch. In fact, I have a Marshawn Lynch jersey, and so an old school Marshawn Lynch jersey for the Buffalo Bills. But he unfortunately was just on a team that wasn't really much of a contender. Shady McCoy was great too, right? Like was great, but like we're talking the most impactful. Like once Diggs came in, like we made it to the AFC Championship, we made it to the playoffs considerably. He was a go-to unit, a massive producer, and so was Shady. But the rest of the team wasn't really on that way. So I think if we cut Phillips, he will be on the practice squad or Tim Settle gets traded. I'm not even sure if Phillips is practice squad eligible. I'm pretty sure he's not even practice squad eligible. I think he's too old. I think you can only be on the practice squad. Let me know if I'm wrong. I think you can only be on the practice squad the first 4 years of the NFL. I feel like that's the thing. So I don't think that he would be. I don't think that. And so I don't think that would be possible. Settle might be, but he's good. He's really good. I don't think that we should get rid of Settle whatsoever. Our defensive tackles are tight. And so I'm only on here so I don't get fined. Yup. And so Diggs was a great trade. And so I feel like that is a part of Brandon Beane's legacy. So Beane's legacy of drafting Josh Allen and then trading for Stefon Diggs, those are going to be like the two biggest things of his legacy. I really hope that there's just an opportunity for us to be like, damn, and that was the year we won the Super Bowl because of those moves in the past. So Jordan Smith is thinking Basham and Shaq Lawson might be both be cuts for the D-line. Definitely. And so I know that McDermott likes somebody that's experienced. I know that he likes and so he likes Shaq Lawson for the Bills since he's been with them on and off for quite some time. I don't know, but I could definitely realistically see him being a release candidate. Yeah, Nathan would say that too. Best acquisition of all time could be Von Miller. And that's a great take because when he was on that line, we were doing very well as far as pressuring the quarterback statistically compared around the rest of the league. So definitely some crazy stuff that's going into it. Yeah. 4 years without other teams able to sign him. That's it. Cody's coming in saying, dang, I'm late, but good news is good news. Good news is good news. It's very good. I mean, I feel like since I've been on this stream, I've been watching that video back and forth, just trying to read his body language and see if he's happy. I suppose that visor doesn't help, but here we are. Yeah. So what Takeo Spikes was as well, but we're talking about impactful, where it was okay, that's the reason we made it so far in the playoffs, right? Or something along those lines. So where do you think Von Miller will end up on the acquisition list? It depends on what we do this year, right? If he can stay healthy and if he just has a monstrous year, he makes some impactful plays when it matters most, in very important games, then I'd probably put him on that list. But I think that there's still a little bit more that I want to see. Patrick Seeley is saying, does Diggs hate the new OC? I feel like we don't know at this point. Nobody knows what happened yesterday. No one knows why he's upset. We're not going to know until he comes out and he speaks on it or somebody else speaks on it. It's just rumors unless we hear it from his mouth himself. So that's just kind of where it is. So you could have it to 6 veterans on the 16-man practice squad. Yeah, but someone else ended up putting up there saying that they can be acquired. And so the second that they're on there after 4 years. And I could think of a couple of defensive lines that would be able to use somebody like Jordan Phillips. I really do. And so is it safe to compare Josh Allen to Dan Marino? And so I've never really been big on comparisons, man. I mean, Marino was a boss back in the day. He just couldn't get the job done as far as the Super Bowl. Josh shares that same thing, but Marino had a long career, right? So as far as play style, like if I had to compare like Josh Allen's play, I'd say it's like a hybrid between Ben Roethlisberger and Cam Newton, in my opinion. That is what I would probably compare the two of them to. Yeah. And so Glenn's right. And so Jim Kelly did not want to play for the Buffalo Bills. Like he was public about it. The whole city of Buffalo hated him for it for a long time. But you'll be surprised how fast the city forgives you once you start winning. And that's what he did. He came in. So am I the only one who didn't really see a Vaughn influence on our younger edge rushers? I thought those guys would take a step up after Vaughn came over. I thought AJ Epinesa had a big step up last year. I thought Greg Rousseau looked better last year too. Yeah. And so I definitely think that his influence was there for sure. You know what I mean? Josh Allen is the next Elway comes in and says James Cook is the next Thurman. Dude, listen, man, this might be a controversial take, but I have a feeling RB1 for us this year is going to be Damian Harris. I feel like Damian Harris is going to dominate touches this year. I really do. The question is, can he stay healthy? If that's not the case, then yes, I can see James Cook taking over that role. But it's going to be a running back by committee. But as far as dominating snaps, as far as getting the most touches, it's going to be Damian Harris, in my opinion. Rousseau played a little better than Vaughn. And so Marino never had a defense. Touche. Sealy comes in and says, as a Pats fan, I know about hating offensive coordinators. And so y'all didn't even have an offensive coordinator last year. You just had like some bum that called defensive plays his whole life. And Belichick was like, it'd be funny if he called offensive plays this year. And so Mario Williams was a stud too. And so Mario Williams was a stud for the Buffalo Bills too. But like, I mean, when I'm talking about impactful players, like impactful acquisitions, like I'm talking about things where like there's things that can be quantified as far as success. And he was great. He was really good. But we'll see. My opinion, Leah, go Bills. That's right, Leah. And so Harris is a great pickup. We have our Patriots fan in here. I have several friends that are Patriots fans, and they just tell me, like, don't get too hyped about this guy because he can't stay healthy to save his life. I hope that's not the case this year. I hope that he can pull a Saquon Barkley where that narrative is just hung over his head. Like, oh, that guy gets injured all the time, blah, blah, blah. If Damian Harris can be that guy for the Buffalo Bills, stay healthy, he's 1,000% a 1,000-yard back. That's if, of course, Ken Dorsey actually decides to continuously implement the run. DL88 is saying, do you think James Cook is going to be a franchise running back? I hope so, man. I still think he's a little undersized. I was kind of wishing that he put on a little bit of weight this offseason, but from the pictures I've seen, he still looks pretty small-ish. I feel like he's not used the way that he should be used. I would love for him to be used the way that Alvin Kamara is in the Saints, like as a pass-catching back, which he was in Georgia. I do have a lot of hopes for him. I really do. But this year, I think that the sort of run that the Bills want to like have in place, I feel like Damian Harris fits that mold for us. I really do. Nathan's coming in saying 180 people in this bad boy, so you better be slapping that like button. Nathan, thank you so much. Yeah, guys, most definitely. Like I said, smashing the like button helps me out significantly with the YouTube algorithm. It's free. It takes less than half a second. And if you've been rocking with me, I would really appreciate that. Definitely helps out. Smash that like button if you have some time. Christine is coming in saying Josh and Diggs will work it out. It seems like they already are, Christine, and I am so happy to see it, right? Look at this. I'll go ahead and share my screen once again and just show y'all. Look at that, right? So dudes over there, like it doesn't help that and so they have visors. For all we know, they're just talking shit to each other, and this is not resolved at all. This could not be resolved whatsoever. But here we are. Schobel is another one. Yeah. Schobel was a boss. So not saying they're nearly as close as Diggs is just bothering me because I can't remember his name. So he may not be healthy, but we do have a state-of-the-art facility. We do, man. I'm just like, I feel like I'm hoping that our training staff can just make sure that dude man's hamstrings are on like night and day care, right? Like just going through with that. And then Ashton Luck comes in and says, I like Harris. He just can't seem to stay healthy. I know. That's our biggest concern with him. I think his talent is there. And so I think that he has every opportunity of being a 1,000-yard back. He needs to stay healthy. Have that man's hamstrings on ice 6 days a week. Stretch him out. Massage the hell out of him. Buy him whatever massage chair that man wants and just have it right in front of his locker. Make it work. Lizzie's Chicken Finger Pizza at Bocce is awesome. Jordan Smith, Bocce Pizza, baby. Proud sponsor of Down Mafia Live. Best pizza in Buffalo. If you want some Bocce Pizza, hit that link in my description. They ship nationwide. Code DAD, D-A-D, for 15% off. So Patrick Seeley will say, Harris will give you 12 games a year. That's okay with multiple running backs. Absolutely. I do like Latavius Murray too. He's old, but he's still, racking up 4.7 yards per carry. Like, that's a bulldozer of a back. Throw him on the goal line for me. Throw him in short yardage situations where I don't need to worry about Josh Allen, like, having to do it himself. He's getting older, man. He's 27. I hate when I call people old. Like, I hate when I call athletes old when they hit 26, 27, because I'm about to be 32 years old, bro. Like, I'm about to be 32 years old. You know what I mean? So it's so funny how, like, age is perceived entirely different when it comes into athletes. The boys are back in town. Season Beasts says like button equals smashed. I love it. I'm sitting here too, and I'm trying to see if any media is talking to anybody right now. All right. Not yet. Who do you think we get as the number 2 QB slot, Allen or Barkley? I think it's going to be Kyle Allen. I just think he's younger. I think Barkley will probably still be on the practice squad. We'll see. Were you surprised that McDermott said what he said yesterday? Brandon Day, absolutely. I feel like he was probably just pissed off at that conversation. Whatever the hell happened during that conversation, he must have still just been like really pressed on it, and he just let his emotions get the best of him. I really want to hear from this dude. What he has to say, because there's a lot of explaining to do, right? Like, there was such a miscommunication between agents, between McDermott, between Diggs. Like, what the hell was going on? You know what I mean? What the hell was going on at this point? I really don't know. But can't ship to the UK, though. Billy, I am so sorry, man. I'm so sorry, brother. I'm so sorry, man. Nationwide, though. Nationwide. Next time you're in Buffalo, okay? Next time you're in Buffalo, grab yourself some bocce. Will, no way. Bocce Club Pizza. 1,000%. Wipes the floor with anybody in Buffalo, New York, man. I die on that hill. Except for Buffalo does have a lot of really good pizza. It does have a lot of good pizza. It's all about your preference. But normal people know that Bocce Club Pizza is the best pizza in Buffalo, New York. Mike Green says, Dan, you're a youngin'. Man, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I pulled a hamstring in my sleep last night, bro. I pulled a hamstring in my sleep. Okay? I also tried like implementing deadlifting back into my workout routine, and I fucked up my lower back. So I feel like it's starting to hit me that I can't do what I used to do as far as physical activity. I still try to stay in shape. Like, I still run, I still lift weights, but man, like, when I tell you that, dude, back in the day, I never got injured, ever, anything. Knock on wood, I was flexible. I could take a lot, right? Like, I would barely stretch, like, right before I lifted weights. Never anything, right? Would barely warm up, would just go straight to the heavy shit. And, dude, now, like, I got to be careful. That and watching what you eat, bro. Like, that and watching what you eat. Like, I mean, and so I remember last year, I was down to like 175. I was pretty lean, but then like I took a week off from the gym and I ate like shit, right? Like absolute shit. I was drinking beer. I was eating like junk food, and I put on like 10 pounds that entire week immediately. Like, lost all sorts of definition. So now I have to be a little better about what I eat. Patrick Seeley saying, I like the show, Dan. Have a good day. Thank you so much, man. I sincerely appreciate that. We will see you later tonight for the AFC's roundtable. Smiley's coming in saying, I believe wide receiver 2 is still a hole that needs to be addressed. Hopefully Dalton Kincaid. Hopefully Dalton Kincaid will be able to be that second target for Josh Allen. I'm not even saying that when I look at our overall receiving room, I'm not looking at do we have a wide receiver 2. I'm looking at do we have a second favorite target for Josh Allen. And I'm hoping that could be Dalton Kincaid. I think that addresses our concern, but it just adds to a different room, but is also a threat for Josh. And then hopefully that opens up Gabe Davis too. Bryce Pop lived next door to my uncle. That's wild. That's wild. My buddy, and so I haven't talked to this kid in a really, really long time, but he lived right next door to Eric Moulds. So when I was in elementary school, he would tell us all the stories about like how he would like be neighbors with Eric Moulds and stuff like that. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Bobby HG says, I pull muscles sneezing. Oh, dude. And Roger Clark says, wait for Charlie horses. Oh, man. Sorry, Christine, but I never liked McDermott. The way he handled that conference yesterday confirmed one more time he needs to be a team player as well. Don't said you were concerned the wrong way. Jason Phillips says, your boy runs 60 miles a week, but damn, I agree. It's tough to recover. Dude, 60 miles a week? That's impressive. That's impressive. Wait till you get older. The pain comes a lot faster. Dude, like, I mean, I need to get in with a chiropractor or something, a masseuse for the most part, but it's occasional. It's occasional. It's nothing crazy. Let's see. Will Rath is saying, Dan, what are your AFC East predictions for next season? It's going to be tough to rank the Jets and the Dolphins, in my opinion. It really is, because I think both teams are very similar as far as talent-wise is concerned. I still have the Bills at number 1. I see the Jets and the Dolphins really like going back and forth. I wouldn't be surprised if they both have an identical record, but their placing in the division is exclusively based off of tiebreakers, really. In fact, like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if and so the Bills are only one game ahead of both of them. And our division is decided by tiebreakers or strength of schedule or what have you. We have Rude Noises coming in right here. No way, bro. Dude, it's Bocce Club Pizza. Best pizza in Buffalo, man. You can't convince me otherwise. What time is the roundtable? Roundtable is at 8 p.m. EST. Say, for example, you guys are new here and you have no idea what we're talking about. The AFC's Roundtable is a show that myself, a Dolphins YouTuber by the name of TD Finstalk, a Patriots YouTuber by the name of Master at Work, and a Jets YouTuber by the name of New York Jets Media, also known as Richie. We started this giant talk show. Happens every Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST. It gets very heated. It's great debate. We have a bunch of guests on. We have fans on to ask us questions. Go subscribe to that channel, AFC East Roundtable. Super easy to search up, subscribe, and put on that notification bell. We should have a really good show tonight, except for TD's not going to be there. But congratulate TD because his daughter is graduating. That's great. Super happy for him and his family. That's awesome. Smirky Al is coming in saying, hey, Dan, our boys at practice. I know, bro. I know. My day has gotten significantly better. Your mom was right. You said that. Your mom was right that we needed to relax. And here he is. Everybody in the world is completely fine with it, and I love it. Dick J says, start stretching and yoga. Yoga, I might need to get into it. Plague is coming in saying, if Davis isn't good this season, what picks will we get if we traded him? He is on his last year of the contract, so he's going to be a free agent next year, so we wouldn't be able to trade him. I'm confident that he is going to improve in his play this year because there's a lot on the line, right? He either needs to get another contract from the Buffalo Bills, or if not, he needs to play good enough where he can actually get a decent-sized contract elsewhere. So I feel like a lot's going to be on the plate for him this year, and I think he has all of the motivation in the world to play well. I think now that he's going to be taking a much more limited role in this offense, not being the second look for Josh Allen, because back in the day, like, look at when Gabe Davis absolutely balled out, right? Like those years where we were like, oh my God, that's going to be our future number one. Like, he's the man. Think about who he had with him in that core, right? He had Stefon Diggs, your clear number one. He had Cole Beasley, prime Cole Beasley out of the slot. That was Josh Allen's number 2 favorite look. And then Gabe Davis was number 3. He thrived at number 3 for the target. He thrived at number 3. If Dalton Kincaid can play above what a rookie plays this year, even slightly, and if he becomes an actual credible threat out of the slot as a tight end, then that opens up Diggs. And in turn, that also opens up Gabe Davis. So I have a lot of confidence in him. He is going to be a free agent next year, so he has a lot to play for. He has a lot to play for this year, man. Mike Green is coming in, saying, Plague, they would have to trade him by the trade deadline since he becomes a free agent after the season. Yep, right there. Smiley is coming in, and that's a great question. That is a great question. Everybody tuning in, let us know, where are you tuning in from? Are you in Buffalo? Are you outside of Buffalo? I know that there's a couple of like Finns fans in here, some Pats fans, a couple of other. Absolutely dope. Massive Peeve is coming in saying, yo, big time fan of you and the Bills. Love you guys. Yo, bro. Much love. Go Bills. I know that you and I are probably on the same level of happiness that this whole Stefon Diggs situation is over with. He's chilling. He's doing his thing. Back to focusing on what's more important. So Davis is healthy right now, too. Yeah, I feel like I heard that like rumor or something along those lines where people were trying to say, I totally lost my train of thought because I just saw this tweet saying that Dalvin Cook reportedly wants far closer to the $10.4 million he was due to make in Minnesota than $5 million. So he wants some money. My guy. Davis is healthy right now. Yep. Yeah. So that was, and so a rumor that he was playing through an injury. I'm not even sure. So agreed, chaos is good. We're describing how yesterday layout. I begin to concern about Diggs since the season was over. I even asked Dan the question a week ago. Let's go Bills. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that you were probably one of the first ones to bring this up and like even make it like an actual possibility. And there was a couple. And I mean, I'm not even going to lie to you. I didn't even have this on my radar. Like, I just thought it was Diggs being Diggs. I thought he was just playing around on social media. But no, it was an actual real thing. But hey, listen, dude man's here. He's practicing with the boys. I feel like a lot of us are going into it. Still want to know what Diggs' issue was the past 6 months. I think I'm coming to grips with the fact that we just won't know. It's just going to have to happen. John Osborne, dude, several Marines are in here. USMC Paris Island, hoorah. That's awesome, dude. My brother is a Marine as well. He finished up his contract about 3 or 4 years ago. He just graduated magna cum laude in college. Very proud of the kid. Very proud of the kid. So I def said some things yesterday I regret today. I was seeing red. Sorry if I offended anybody. I was pissed. Listen, man, as fans, we're passionate, right? Like, we love this team. We want to see us succeed. And if we feel betrayed, sometimes it's tough to, take a step back and not say exactly what's on our mind. All of us have done that. Each and every single one of us is guilty of that. So no need to apologize. All of us make that work. Smiley716 says, I had to work at Paris Island for a little. Nice. Great, man. My brother did boot camp there, like most Marines on the East Coast. So he could definitely tell me some stories about that. Definitely wild. And so everyone can calm down now. I know it's beautiful. We got Kay coming in 315. I'm in Florida, Boca Raton. That's a beautiful place. Jason Phillips, Rochester guy, LA. Love LA. Chattanooga, Tennessee, baby. Holiday, Florida, Memphis, Tennessee. I got a really good friend in Memphis, Tennessee. In fact, he was actually just staying over in my we stayed at my house this weekend, as a matter of fact. West Palm Beach, beautiful, from Buffalo, resides in Huntsville, Bama. I love it. So any thoughts on the Golden Knights winning the Stanley? Man, it pissed me off when I saw Eichel raise that Stanley Cup, but here we are. Boca in Florida, Clarksville, Tennessee. Quite a few Tennessee. Was in Buffalo. Paul Ellis was in Buffalo, now in Atlanta. Not too far away from me, man. I am in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Was born in Buffalo, but then moved down here when I was a kid. Notice now that Diggs has returned to practice that there's less trolls in here, that they are done. Yeah, dude, like, I welcome it. Nice. Sorry, that was a business conversation for the AFC's roundtable. So I'll pass on Cook at 10 million. He deserves it though. Had 4,000-yard seasons. He does, yeah. A lot of Marines up in here. Bigger question did Diggs and Bills wait till camp to solve this? Had the last few months to handle it. It's weird that it wasn't addressed earlier. Maybe he just was playing that game, or he was just like, you know what, dude, I'm just gonna sit around and like wait for them to figure out why I'm mad. Sort of like when like you ask like your girlfriend who's been quiet to you all morning, be like, babe, what's wrong? And she goes, I'm fine, nothing. And like she's waiting for you to like come up and say it. And like most dudes just be like, all right, that's great. And then they get mad that we didn't notice that they were mad. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. And so I'm about to be honest. I saw more racism toward Diggs, and I don't like that. We need to do better at Bills Mafia. I saw some questionable stuff on that too. Like I feel like people need to really practice stepping back from automatically stating their opinion, especially when they're mad, because like people say things that they don't mean. I feel like that's something as a society we all need to work on. Like, don't like speak when you're angry. Like, sit back and do that. They were talking before camp. It just took now to figure it out, I guess. West Palm Beach is my hometown. I love West Palm Beach. The comedian Mo Brown's coming in saying, I told you Diggs would be back today, and all is well. It's always been well. Beth comes in and says, me too. I hate that Eichel won the cup. I do too. Brian's coming in Charlotte, North Carolina. I lived in Charlotte for quite some time, for a couple of years. Oh, shit. Dude, has Siri ever like listened to you when you're on like the conversation? That entire monologue I just went up, like it started typing out into this text message that I was about to say over to my boys. This is wild. No, hold on. Select all. Cut. All right, yeah, that was wild. All right. So they're releasing practice film now. Let's take a look. Dan Feets, where are you, Dan Feets? There you are, bud. Following him. There you go. Talk to me. All right, y'all. Let's watch this together. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Josh Allen dropping back. Stefon Diggs, beautiful. You love that. And so they're talking football or they're arguing. I don't know. Hopefully they're just talking football. Josh, beautiful. Nice little out route. I love that. Hey, baby. Talk to me the way that we need to be talked to. I love that, man. Yo, dude. You keep it real. Josh Allen drops back. Stefon Diggs. Look at that, baby. Ladies and gents. And so if you didn't need proof, here it is. Here is that proof. Give me some more practice. Give me some more practice videos. I feel like we all need that. In fact, Dan Feets is going to get a notification bell since the dude just keeps firing off all this fire-ass vids. Let's see how that plays out. Let's see that. Look at that. Those visors are sick. Damn, that was sexy. It was definitely sexy. I've seen some stuff. Siri does that all the time. It's weird, man. It's weird. Like I set my phone down and it just started typing out what I was saying. Was a novel. It was like a short story that was on this text. And I'm glad it didn't send. Because guy would have just been like, who the hell is that guy? Is that Michael B. Jordan? Yeah. Yo, wouldn't that be like, and so wouldn't that be an absolute hysterical conspiracy theory if like the Bills like still knew that like Diggs was mad at them and he didn't show up and they just got some actor to go out there and put 14 on with the visor and it was Michael B. Jordan. And so I feel like Michael B. Jordan would be a good Diggs in a movie. I feel like he'd be a good Diggs in a movie, and like I feel like Chris Pratt would be like a good Josh Allen if like they were to ever do like some sort of like movie rendition of what the Buffalo Bills looked like. John Osborne from East Aurora, sick man. I lived in Hamburg when I did live there. Mike Green, Dan Feets is a part of the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I love their show. I really, really do. They came up fast. They really came up fast, man. Like they started only about 2 years ago, and then they just absolutely blew up. They really did. Good for them. Great content. Great content. I'm glad that some news stations are starting to catch the wave, right? So they're starting to catch the wave. Like they're slowly but surely starting to realize that, hey, like no one really watches much TV anymore. A lot of people are going for news, and it's not even just in sports. They're going to content creators. They're going online. And I feel like a lot of local news stations need to realize that, you know, like I'm seeing WGR start. I'm seeing like Sal has his own YouTube channel. I know that there's a couple of other like media heads that have one as well. So dude, and so I'm always down for other people to succeed. Like I'm never going to be that guy. It's going to be like, oh man, like that guy's YouTube channel is bigger than mine. What am I going to do? Like, how dare them? Like, no, man. Like if anybody ever wants to start their own shit, like I am so supportive of anybody that wants to put themselves out on the internet and discuss whatever topic that they want. It takes balls. It takes balls, man. It really does. Years and years of me making videos. No one cared. No one gave a shit. But you know what? You just have to have those cojones, keep putting stuff out, and eventually your stuff will, you know, so it'll take off. And so I have nothing but respect for anybody that has the confidence to put their face out on the internet and handle trolls, state their opinions, make content. I have nothing but respect for anybody that does that. Mike Green, it's not feats, it's fates. Oh, man. Please just kiss and make up. So Jenna is very pretty. She is very pretty. So ever watch Buffalo Fanatics podcast? Absolutely. Rico's my boy. Yeah, Rico's my boy. Him and I did a lot of collabs last year, especially my first year. And so did anyone on here so go to Bennett High School in Buffalo? I would have went to Frontier. And so I would have went to Frontier High School. Lackawanna High School grad. So I love Buffalo Fanatics. Great show. Great show, man. Like they have like an absolute like star-studded cast, great production, great team over there, man. Really. What games are we going to this year, Mafia? Lupe, let me tell you what. First game I'm going to is week one. Week one. First game I'm going to is week one. That is going to be Bills-Jets at MetLife, where the AFC's Roundtable is doing a live show, and we're having a big thing. It's going to be huge. And then I'm also going to go to the Dallas Cowboys game this year in Buffalo. I think I'm going to go to one more Bills game home. I just haven't decided. It's probably going to be a little earlier in the season, but I will keep you up to that. But it's fates, not feats. And so I beat Rico and Madden. He got so mad. Does anybody watch Cover One? I do. Yeah. And so they do a very good job over there as well. They're very intelligent. Very intelligent. I'm talking X's and O's. They know football better than everybody. They know football a lot better than me. Like me, like I'm just a fan, bro. Like I don't know football down to the X's and O's like those guys do. Like they're very good at reading film, explaining it to you in layman's terms so people can like understand it. And so I'm just a fan, but like they are very good, very professional. Bills versus Jets. Can't wait. Pez Buff is going. Hickory, North Carolina. Bro, I did see your DM about like as far as travel arrangements are concerned. Like I said, unfortunately, I'm flying up there on Friday because there's some things that I think me, Richie, and TD want to do. So beforehand, as far as like setup. But we're going to see how that plays. So comedian Mo Brown is coming in and saying that he's going to be at the game in Miami. That's a good one to go to. That's a great one to go to. Miami in January would be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I was considering that one as well for an away. We got 18 Hard Rock. Sarah Christine also said, I also pronounced it Feats too. What else do we got? Dude, I'm waiting for some more Bills videos to drop. Show me some practice. Show me some practice clips, baby. It's over. Show me some practice clips. That's what we all want to see. That's exactly what we all want to see. Pez Buff is saying, I am arranging a flight for that weekend. I absolutely love it. Austin's coming in. I know, Kay. Dude, we need some more clips. That's why we're here. Dude, finally the weight of the world is off of our shoulders. We can just relax. It's a beautiful thing. For sure, Miami, I'll be there. You have to be. You have to be. It's January. It's January. Hit me up. So, me and Ryan will be down there absolutely doing our thing. I'm sitting here just like waiting for some more clips to come up. So the Allen and Diggs handshake, I have no idea. I do want to see it. That tells me that things are looking good. So I can't wait to play Madden 24. I agree. Lupe. And so I am from LA. And so I'm going to the game versus the Chargers and at home in the Cowboys. That's sick. Absolutely wild. Has anybody heard an update on Dawson Knox? Have not heard an update. It's looking like that they're just not having any players or coaches speak to the media today. It just feels. Oh, wait. Yo, new handshake. Oh. Hold on. Things are looking good. Hold on. Yo. Okay, so it's definitely not between him and Josh Allen. Definitely not. That's some stuff. Is we talking about practice? And so I'm buying Madden, but won't play it. And so, I'm not really a big video game guy, mostly because I'm bad. But and so I'm thinking about buying the poster. And so I really hope it's nothing major. Brandon Day says, how long do you have to buy the tickets to the party with you guys week 1? So it depends. If you want to go to the actual game with us, we only have about 17 tickets left. So we have 17 tickets left at this moment. If you want one, let us know or DM me directly and I can send you the link. And then you can go on ahead and then knock that out and then we'll be good from there. But just wanted to point that out for you. What's the word on the Jills? I have no idea what's going on with the Jills, man. No cheerleaders for us, man. And so I think they went through some huge legal battle or something like that. I'm not even sure. Haven't really gotten into it, but so I got season tickets. I'll be at all the home games. I love that, man. That's a team. He's saying that was a staged handshake. Don't buy into it. They still hate each other. Mike Green says, I don't even have a PS5 and I'm buying it. It's commitment. So Dorsey is a legend, Miami U champion. Diggs should let him cook. He just wants the party. Oh, yeah, dude. Those are on sale until September 10th. And so those are on sale until the day before the event. That we'll put more information in there in the live chat tonight in the AFC's roundtable. When he said he went to the Diggs charity event, I figured it wasn't Josh. Feels like it was walking out thing for management. I could agree with that. Mo Brown says, I'm not doing week 1. I'm good on Jersey. Relax on Knox. He'll be fine. He's fine. Yeah, I agree too. All right, let's see if there's any more videos that came out. Solid stuff. Handshake season. Who even knows? All right, y'all. It's it. It's here. Dude, we're here. Stefon Diggs is officially back in practice. Hopefully they work out all of the issues that they had that transpired yesterday, but it's a good sign that our wide receiver is absolutely back. Once again, this stream is sponsored by the best pizza in Buffalo, New York, Bocce Club Pizza. So say, for example, you missed the taste of Buffalo, New York from where you are. They're delivering nationwide, and code DAD gives you 15% off. Quite simply, just put it in your oven, heat it up a little bit, and you got a taste from home. If not, just go to one of the locations and say, hey, what's going on? This YouTuber said that if I say code DAD, that I get 10% off or something along those lines. Who knows? Just let them know that Dan Mitchell sent you. Okay, if you're there personally. Love that, guys. Thank you so much. I'll be live again at 5 p.m. for happy hour. Hopefully, we'll have a little bit more to discuss as far as what happened during practice. Thank you for riding with me. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you have not already. And we will see you a little later. Let's go, Buffalo.